Good evening. Happy Friday. So let me go over the events of Chapter 7. Chapter 7. Alessandro quickly became part of Senora's household. Juan Can was relieved that he stayed behind. Juan Can fraternized with Alessandro, gave him directions and explanations about how the rancho is run. Alessandro understood far better than Juan Can did. Alessandro's father managed the mission flocks and herds for 20 years. Alessandro himself had a position of his own. Alessandro's manner was gentle and courteous. His behavior was quiet. Felipe had been more carefully trained in kindliness, honorable dealings, polite usage. Alessandro knew more about the soul and honor. Felipe was fair-minded and honorable. Alessandro would never lie. Felipe might lie. Alessandro had been trained to be respectful, religious. Both of them were pure-minded, open-hearted, and had a generous soul. Alessandro's singing miraculously soothed and controlled Felipe's fever to the point where he was no longer delirious. From the first long night of sleep, he walked in the night. During those times, he asked for Alessandro. He craved Alessandro's music. The second night, after the sheep shearers left, Alessandro saw Ramona on the veranda. He asked her whether or not Felipe would like to hear him play his violin. He had one of his men bring it to him the night before. Ramona said she wished she could have thanked him. She would have paid him. Alessandro said that he paid him. When Alessandro walked away, she didn't see him as an Indian. His skin wasn't darker than Felipe. The feeling of race was strong. At this point, she realized that she offended him when she offered to pay the man who brought him his violin. She decided to tell Felipe that he paid for the violin to be sent to him, and she'll ask Felipe to give Alessandro a present. Margarita admitted that she had feelings for Alessandro. Ramona got mad, told her to act her age. When Ramona walked away, Margarita was astounded. Ramona became Margarita's enemy. Ramona went to Felipe's room. Felipe was asleep. Senora was by his side. Ramona whispered to Senora to take a break, get some fresh air. Senora refused. She already put a saucer of musk next to her son's bed. Senora said that musk is a medicine that revives. Ramona knew that Felipe hated the scent of musk, but she knew better than to argue with Senora. Ramona asked if she could stay in the room. Senora said, do whatever you want, So everything that Ramona did irritated Senora. They went through a whole paragraph of that, so I just, let's short and sweet. So at twilight, Felipe was restless and feverish. He asked for Alessandro. Ramona asked him if he would like Alessandro to play the violin. Ramona told him how Alessandro reacted when she offered to pay for the violin retrieval. Felipe did understand, because they're both men. Alessandro's a proud man. Felipe knew all about Alessandro's father. He has authority over several bands. He was in charge of all the sheep, general steward, paymaster. Father Pay trusted with everything. He was in charge of boxes of uncounted gold to pay off the Indians. He has as many sheep as the Morena Ranch. The difference is that they share everything with each other. His father feeds and supports half the village. None of the Indians go hungry. Indians are the most generous people in the whole world. Senora stood in the doorway, told Felipe he's talking too much. She told Ramona she cannot be trusted with Felipe. Felipe told Ramona to get Alessandro's violin. After she looked for him, she saw two people at the washing stones. One of them was Alessandro. The other was Margarita. Margarita was, air quotes, washing, which Senora would never allow, especially at night. Ramona made a mental note to watch Margarita and have a talk with her. Then Ramona and Alessandro walked together to Felipe's room. Next day, Ramona decided not to talk to Senora about the fact that she saw Margarita talk with Alessandro under the willow tree the night before. Ramona knew not to watch in the dark. She also realized that Alessandro is not the type of person to fool around with mates. She has never seen anyone's eyes like Alessandro's. He has something like the eyes of a saint, solemn and mild. She was certain he was a very good man. Ramona went to Felipe's room. She asked Senora where Margarita is. Senora said probably Father Salvador's room or in the kitchen helping Marta with the peppers that morning. At Father Salvador's room, she found unfinished work by Margarita. When she looked through the window, she surmised that Margarita saw Alessandro through the window. She waited there for half an hour, but Ramona couldn't wait any longer. So she went to the orchard gate, told Margarita that she's wanted in the house. He was holding hands with Margarita. Alessandro immediately pulled his hand away from Margarita. Ramona confronted Margarita. She made to see Margarita with Alessandro by the washing stone the evening before. Margarita pretended to be ignorant. Ramona told her that her behavior is against Senora's rules. Ramona returned to the veranda. Margarita returned to Father Salvador's room to resume her embroidery. Alessandro knew where to find Ramona. At first he was at a loss for words. However, he told her he would never be unfaithful to his duty to her. Much to his relief, she told him she believes him. He doesn't owe her any explanation. He was overjoyed. He felt understood by Ramona, then he walked away. Margarita overheard Alessandro's words, clenched her hands. She knew Father Salvador would make her confess, however he won't return till next year. So we can see what's going on. Two men are like Ramona, Alessandro, and Felipe. And now we realize that two women likes Alessandro. It's Margarita and Ramona. So yeah, this story was written back in the 1800s, long before telenovelas, but it does read like it, doesn't it? So in a couple of days, I will go over the next chapter. Questions, comments, constructive criticisms, asking for clarification, let me know. And if you want more details about what's going on here, please feel free to read the book. The author is Helen Hunt Jackson, and the title of the book is Ramona. Take care. Have a nice weekend. See ya.